Aloha and good morning. I'm going to show you my drink I'm going to do this morning, and this is a super nutrient rich detoxification drink. I like to use turmeric, and our cold processed turmeric is super powerful, so it's really not like turmeric when you buy it at the store, okay, when you get fresh turmeric. This is a concentrated turmeric, so this becomes more of a medicinal quality. So I use turmeric in this recipe, and we use also ginger powder. You can use fresh ginger root. The powder that we use, it just makes it so it's very easy to use. You can put a spoon in something. If not, you got to juice the ginger, and that's better to use, the fresh ginger if you can get it. Make sure it's organic though, because they use a lot of pesticides in ginger. And nettle leaf powder. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, but nettle leaf is really beautiful. It's they call them stinging nettle leaf, and they used to grow on the floor in the ground over in California where I used to live. And you'd walk over and you'd fold the leaf and you'd put it in your mouth, and it's stinging nettle. Or if they touch your legs, it'll sting you. But I actually used to eat those all the time. And it's got some special ingredients in there to boost your immune system. It's got like a little bit of a stinging nettle. It's got like a little poison in there, sort of like getting bit by a bee. It's good for you. Getting bit by fire ants. It's good for you. So let me go up the lineup right here. You don't have to use all these products. This makes this a super nutritional drink, okay? And so it's pretty interesting, this drink, because we have the power of lemon right here. If you want to have half power, use half lemon. Full power, full lemon. If you want the full power, what you do is you juice the lemon. Everything, the rind, skin, everything, seeds, okay? So that's how you use the lemon. I also put a crystal in my water that I'm going to use. I'm using distilled water right here that I just made myself. A little bit more than a gallon. It took about 3.5 hours to make. And that's pure steam distilled water. Now, we're going to use the fulvic acid. This fulvic acid has plant minerals, many different types of things that are very essential to emulsify the things that we're using in here, because I like to go ahead and actually use the fulvic because it's a very good dissolving agent. So remember, this is a detoxification drink. It's not just a regular drink. We're going to use a cap full of living silica. So we use about 4 to 5 drops of the fulvic. And this is a concentrated fulvic. It's not like a lot of the other fulvics that you're buying. This has also boron in it too. You need boron. Living silica. We go ahead and use 1 cap full of that. I put in 10 drops of the magnesium concentrate here. And if you have constipated bowels, then use up to 20 drops. Okay? These are full, not just magnesium, but there's also 80 different trace minerals in there. We use a half a teaspoon. Remember, ginger's powerful, so use a half a teaspoon of the ginger powder. And you notice when I did the water here, I didn't fill all the water up to the top, and you don't want to put all these materials on the dry bottom because it'll cake down there, and it's very hard to go ahead and get them apart once you put the water in. So I fill it up about 3/4 of the way or so, and it gives me enough space to put the rest of this good stuff in. This is the organic nettle leaf powder, okay? I put myself a spoon of that in, half a teaspoon of the ginger, 1 spoon of the nettle, and I put in 1 spoon of the maca. Maca is really good for feeding your glands. It's really good to give you endurance type power. I use maca all the time. We want to also use this as a scratching agent. I use the fossil shell flour, and these are diatomaceous earth amorphous silica. Okay, these are completely natural, and what this does is sort of adds a creamy taste to the drink a little bit, a little chalky and stuff like that. You don't really it doesn't have any taste, but what it does is it actually goes in your intestinal walls, and it's got sharp shrouds on the sides of it, and it scratches a lot of the parasites and a lot of the mold and the fungi, so your body can actually get to it. Now the next ingredient, this is the powerful ingredient, and you can see the color of this stuff. This is not regular turmeric, okay? This is a concentrated turmeric, and if you get this on your clothes, you will never get it off. To be very careful on using this. You don't want to pour it out of the sealed container, because if not, the turmeric will go ahead and clog up the hinge, and you'll get stuff everywhere. So you open up the bag, very simple. You take out your spoon. You're going to put that in there, and then you wash the spoon, and you close this up. Even the powder getting over everything gets over everything, so you have to be very careful. They use these tints for tattoos. Remember, the tints are very special. Okay, the turmerics, coumarins, the colors that you're having in your drinks. Let's just go over this 2 seconds. The more complex geometric natural shapes that you can put inside you, the better. Remember, you are the shapes that you eat, that you drink, that you see. Okay, the shapes. So your body and mind thrive on complex geometric shapes, and you get that through a variety. That's why we're using these. These are all organic. There's no pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides. We're putting super minerals, silica, fulvic to homogenize everything together. The lemon helps homogenize, and plus it makes it taste good. And number one, the reason why you're using the lemon, remember, is because you want the dissolving power. Lemon dissolves. So we use a half a teaspoon of turmeric. That's it. Okay? Try that first. And if you want to do higher dosages, it's going to work you. Okay? So this is going to make you go to the bathroom. This is going to super clean your glands out. Okay? The mixture of all this stuff here, this has nutritional qualities in it. It also has medicinal qualities in it. Okay? And it has the proteins. Okay? White chia seeds. I put in a tablespoon of those, and that adds bulk, so the drink feels like it actually has substance to it. Now, this is pretty weird. We're going to put our organic coconut aminos. I'm going to put in a tablespoon, and if you like it, put in 2 tablespoons. This gives flavor, and it actually gives it a different taste of a drink that you've never had. You remember, it sort of tastes like soy sauce. So what I've done is I've exchanged any soy that I use. I don't use any wheat, corn, or soy. And that's what's so special about Earthshift, is because we got a ton of stuff that's all in bisphenol A free packaging. Remember, you're wanting liquids in your diet. Liquids is what makes you healthy. Liquids is what makes you vital. Liquids is what makes you creative. Food is a sedative. It's good for you to have food, but it's not good for you to have too much food. Remember, once you cook food, you lose your geometric shapes in the food. Once you put shakes, I don't care what you put in the blender, you lose the geometric shape. So now the shakes are just for nutrition. So it is important for you to get fresh, live food from your farmer's market. I get arugula, broccoli. I just ate this bell pepper right here. You can see how red these are. You want to eat colors. Excuse me, I just had some cayenne pepper. Now, if you want to add any type of anesthesia to your hunger, okay, because maybe you're hungry because you eat all the time, okay, so this drink is going to supply you in your mind with super nutrition, okay, and if you wanted to make it more so it would curb your appetite, then you put in a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. And if you want to make it taste better because you don't like its flavor, because it's not sweet right now, so if you want to, you can add some stevia. Stevia is really good to add because it's 0 calories. We're trying to cut down on our sugar. Remember, you want more high fats, low carbs, and this drink doesn't have hardly any fats except for the chia seeds in it, okay? Now, I try to have every morning, I have my breakfast tea right here, and you can see how this has got chia seeds, psyllium, golden berries. I've got a small half a banana hooked in there for some sweetness. I put stevia in there, and it's yerba mate unsmoked with the minerals and the silica. And then I put nutmeg in there. I'll put some cinnamon in there, and I'll change it up and put some non-dairy coconut creamer, which is really good. Okay, put a little bit of that in there. And this makes you have the best tea. This is your morning tea. This is what's going to fill you with nutrition. It's not going to pull you down. Look up Dr. Robert Cassar, breakfast teas. I've got about 7 or 8 different varieties. I use the superfoods, okay, because the superfoods have a variety of very nutritionally packed differential nutrition. Differential is the word. So you'll notice in here that we've got nutrition, okay, that's the nettle leaf, the maca, okay, and the chia seeds. And we've got flavor, okay, this is the stevia. Remember, you can put in 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, that's for hunger. appetite suppressant. And I'm putting in a tablespoon to 2 of the coconut aminos. That's flavor. This is more for parasitic. This is the fossil shell flour. And this goes in, like I said, and does the scratch. We've got the super minerals right here. Okay, these are all the super mineral base. We're in distilled water. We're using a crystal so we could actually give some structure to the water with all the stuff in there. And the Ayurveda is the turmeric. Like I said, look at that color. Be careful using that. And I don't care if you're even wiping your mouth with a towel. You better get dark towels. As you can see, I've got dark towels. If I have light towels, look, here's turmeric right there. It doesn't come out. Okay, look, turmeric. It doesn't come out. I've even tried bleaching it and stuff. It doesn't. So this is why it's so good for your insides, and it will give you a detoxification reaction, meaning that you're going to have to go to the bathroom, and you're going to have some pretty smelly stuff come out of you that's not normal, as you'll see. Okay, so this drink right now, like I said, this is my drink for the morning. If you can, try to cut down on your food intake and put in more nutritional intake. Earther Academy has a lot of protocols, remember, for you to be able to really learn different types of ideas, disciplines, and concepts. Because without the protocols, a lot of thinking is good, but it's nice to be able to see what other people do to regenerate, detoxify, to actually keep this machine in a more polished shape. So this drink, like I said, is to add to your liquids of vitality and just mix it up. You should have 2 of these a day like this. Remember, if you need food, it's only because your parasites in your body say you do, because there's a ton of nutrition here, a ton. You could make this also with carrot juice if you want to go ahead and give it more flavor. Okay, you can do any type of juicing you want, but just stay away from the sugars if you can. Remember, you're trying to go train your body to have more higher fats, good fats. Your body runs off of fats way better. Everybody says, but I need sugar. The books say you need glucose. Your system is ketogenic, okay? The best athletes in the world are on high fat, low carbs, the best. And they are the ones that you really want to look at on how they run their system. Why? Is because they're very effective machines. So this is the way I run my system. Look, I'm not fat. My whole system, okay, that's what I do. Is I have body fat? No, I don't have body fat. And I have a high fat, low carb diet. So once your body learns how to break down fat efficiently, good fats, not garbage fats, your system will be able to actually get more vitality too. It'll get more muscular, okay? It'll not be skinny and weak. I also do eggs. Eggs are very smart to do. I have my own chickens, okay? They're free, real free range. They roam around everywhere, jump over the little pen, and they go in at night, and they give me an egg a day. And they're the golden eggs. They're not yellow, they're golden. And they're fertile because I have roosters. So this is really good for anybody that wants to kick in some life force. I only do 2-minute boiled eggs. I put the water on and I boil them, the water for just until I get it boiling. I shut the heat off and I put the eggs in for 2 minutes only. Once they hit 2 minutes, remember, you shut the flame off. I'm not trying to kill these things. I put them under cold water and I crack them in half with a knife and I pull them out without trying to break the yolk. The yolk is protected inside. This is where all the growth hormone is. This is where the regenerational cholesterol is. The cholesterol is good for you, okay? Body needs cholesterol. Needs at least 3,000 milligrams a day to be able to go ahead and just be functional. Okay, there are bad types of cholesterol and there's good types. I don't fry oils, okay? You eat raw oils. This is just something that you'll learn in time, and learning it is one thing, but practicing and finding out to see that this is the better solution for your system. It does take about 6 months for your system to change fuel supply from sugar over to fat. You don't need that much protein. You just don't. You can read all the studies on it and find out that you need minimal protein. Your body will make as many amino acids as it needs, especially if it's functioning correctly. Your gut wall bacteria will produce all your brain chemicals. It will produce your immune system to be rock solid. It will produce your system to be able to do many of the reactions, because remember, your brains are not just in your head. There's different parts of the human machine that have very intelligent areas, and definitely you want to take care of those. This is my probiotic. You can see it's got big pieces of cane sugar in there. I'm just doing different things. Big pieces of coconut, got golden berries in there. And I'd also put a tablespoon in this whole drink here. I drink about half of this a day. I'll fill this up tonight with distilled water, and I'll put in an ounce of sugar. If not, I can fill this up from here to here with coconuts. I don't need to put the sugar in with the coconuts. Coconuts have sugar. Okay, so I try to ferment things. You do the same with your fruit. If you want to make preserves, vegetables, fermented vegetables, hot sauces, dressings, condiments, I use the probiotic bacteria to make healthy condiments, make healthy dressings. Don't buy dressings anymore. You don't need to. Plus, they're not good, any of them. And you're going to pay $5 for a little bottle. Look up the salad dressings that we show you how to make. Make your own recipes, but put a variety of superfoods in, variety of minerals, a variety of wholesome, whole foods that you get from your farmer's market. Okay, there you go. Have fun with your drink. And like I said, try to uptake your fluids if you can, 150 ounces a day. We have, like I said, all this stuff at Earthshift. Look at my Earthshift kitchen's a little messy right now, but all this stuff from shilajit powder to nori rolls to psyllium husk, yerba mate, triple blend seaweed, MSM, cinnamon powder, okay, all different types of chlorella pills, activated charcoal, brown seaweed extract, blue-green algae, moringa, yacon, you can use that as a sweetener too, baobab, okay, palm sugar, almonds, and the list goes on. You can also, if you want to, I add niacin to pretty much all my drinks. So you can put about 100 milligrams of niacin in here too, and what it does is it helps you super in the clarity part of yourself. It gives you way more awareness. It pushes blood into areas, and it pushes out toxicity. So, okay, have fun. Like I said, the turmeric can give you a detoxificational effect, which means that you may sit on the toilet. And when you're done going to the bathroom, because you will with this, then make sure you wash yourself. Don't just wipe with the toilet paper. The toilet paper is filthy with perfumes, phthalates, bleaches. Remember, it's poop paper. We go over this in Earther Academy. I call it dirty butt syndrome. Wiping yourself is not good enough. So make sure you wash yourself. Okay, and put coconut oil and magnesium after that to protect. All right, aloha, and we'll see you next time. One quick addendum to this. Look, the chia seeds, just so you know, because a lot of people are confused about this too. The chia seeds are loaded full of protein, but unless you crack them in the blender or unless you put them in a coffee grinder first and buzz them down to nothing, the protein, the power's in the shell. And unless you put the chia seeds in and chew them up, there's 100 of them in your mouth, and you're lucky if you swallow 3 or 4 that you broke apart. So if you don't chew the chia seeds, okay, or you don't run them through the blender, then they're only a mucoid. They help you with going to the bathroom. They're really slicky, slidey. Okay, so if you want the protein, though, the chia seed, the shell must be broken. The power's in the seed. Okay, just anyways, just a tip of the day there with chia seeds. Okay. Okay, you know what? I couldn't resist. One more addendum. I want to show you my drink. It tastes so good. It tastes sort of like a little salad dressing a little bit. You can even put, if you want to make it more the salad dressing type, you can make it flavor with about a tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. And you can see this has got the chia, the maca, and the maca really makes it taste creamy too. Okay, the fossil shell flour, like I told you, a little not chalky, but it gives it consistency. And the nettle leaf powder and everything is super wunderbar. Okay, let me put this right here. And what you want to do is you want to really shake this dude up. Now, I got turmeric inside there. You got to wash that off really carefully because that little bit of turmeric that's in there that won't come out, I was careful as I could, and I still got some on the counter. Okay, you got to wash that out. If I put that on my clothes, I even licked the spoon because I don't like to waste the turmeric. So I licked my spoon that I put it in. Okay, get it on your mouth. You'll have yellow around your face. So, anyways, okay, I just wanted to show you my drink, and well, I shook it up for you. Let me give it a flavor for you. The coconut aminos Really makes it taste good. Okay? Wow, is that good. I put 4 drops of the stevia in. I have a liquid stevia, and you can use like a 1/4 teaspoon if you want of our green stevia. But that gives it a sort of a sweet and soury. Remember the lemon, it's got the fulvic acid in there, you got the silica, the magnesium, the nettle leaf powder, okay, all these different things. If you want to crack the chia seeds though, like I said, I'm not going to crack mine. I'm just going to use when I eat it, I'm going to chew it like 25 times, and I'm going to try to crack every one. You don't want to just swallow this liquid down. That's why I don't crack mine a lot of times in the blender. Okay? I try to drink, because the blender, remember, has stainless steel blades. It's not as good as you think. Okay? It whacks out all the geometric patterns as much as it does. So, that's why I also put a crystal in here. And when you do put your crystal in here, don't shake this with your crystal because you'll break it. The crystal is a number 8 hardness. Glass is like 4 or 5. It'll break it. Let me tell you, I've done many. So now I'll put my crystal in there, and you don't want a big crystal, you just want a small one. Just make sure you don't swallow it. Okay, aloha, we'll see you next time. Enjoy.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.